Welcome back to GB News Live. Now, after some uncertainty, the government has announced it's definitely going ahead with building a new nuclear power plant in Suffolk, the aim to try to improve our energy security. Well, let's get more with Tom Harwood, our political correspondent, who's been getting up to speed with this. Tom, this is the Sizewell C, 700 million at the moment, although the bill might be a bit higher, all part of this effort to get our energy supply secure.
That's certainly the case. Now, the previous government had also committed to this, as had the government before then. But of course, we've had so much political turmoil over the last half year or so that there had been some questions over whether or not Rishi Sunak's government, with its ideas of restricting the amount that the government spends, whether they would or not go forward with Sizewell C. Well, Jeremy Hunt confirmed after much speculation in the autumn statement that indeed £700 million would be going ahead to this project, in part that amount of money to buy out the Chinese state investment, which had initially been part of this proposal. The government is using this £700 million of taxpayers' money not only to go towards the capital costs of this new infrastructure, this third nuclear plant at Sizewell, replacing Sizewell B, which of course is being decommissioned after many decades of service. This is money that is also spent to buy out the Chinese, as the government has decided that foreign state infrastructure from countries like China may well be a security risk to the United Kingdom, not least with regard to our energy security as the years go on. But clearly today, a venture from the government, final confirmation, crossing the T's and dotting the I's on this, to not only provide that state investment through the taxpayer, but also to encourage, with that support, encourage the private sector to provide funding as well to what will be a pretty seismic piece of kit. It will provide 7% of the United Kingdom's electricity needs when it's concluded.
Well, hopefully not too seismic. We hope it stays safe. But looking at the other aspect of renewable energy, of course, onshore wind farms, indications that Rishi Sunak may be changing the wind on that a little as well.
Yes, there has been a growing rebellion amongst Conservative MPs in the last week or so on this issue. Of course, in her brief tenure as Prime Minister, Liz Truss not only wanted to legalise shale gas extraction, fracking, in the United Kingdom, but also onshore wind, in much the same mechanism with the same sort of community consent clause. Now, some of the people from the Liz Truss administration want to continue that, and indeed an amendment laid down by her Levelling Up Secretary Simon Clarke has attracted the backing of Liz Truss, of Boris Johnson, and of the former COP President Alok Sharma. And I can reveal today that indeed they have surpassed the numbers for that amendment to overturn the government's majority. So the government is looking to talk with these rebels to see what sort of accommodation they can make. In my view, it seems likely that the government will come round to accepting this amendment in some form, to allowing some form of onshore wind power to go ahead with that crucial community consent mechanism.
The winds have changed. Tom at Downing Street, thanks very much indeed for that. More from you a little later, of course.